Jim Humphrey here from Imminent Threat Defense Firearms Training. Let me show you how I installed this trigger guard. All right, let's have a look at what we got here. We've got the trigger guard pivot roll pin, the trigger assembly, and this special tool. Of course, what you don't see is any ammunition. These ears, is what that roll pin goes through, are very fragile, and this special tool helps a lot. Here's the trigger guard assembly. This particular one has a spring-loaded front pin, which is mil-spec. So we can go ahead and snap it into place and take this special tool. Now it's got this little driving handle, which is made to hold the roll pin to get it started. Once I get the roll pin started, I'll pull out the threaded rod here and I'll put in an adapter, a punch tip that is made to mate into the roll pin. That'll allow me to then push in the back of the roll pin and put the whole assembly in flush. And then I have this little stainless steel lining pin to line all the parts up with before we start trying to push the pin through. With the jig in place, I can put the roll pin in the press rod and thread it in, and I have to be very careful to line it up with the hole before I push too hard. So I'll readjust my aim here and set it up. Once the roll pin is started, I can remove the press and put in that adapter tip. A word of warning here, I wouldn't even attempt this job without this special jig. If I break off one of those ears, I break the serialized part of the firearm. And that's a real problem. So I do this very carefully. The adapter tip in place, I push that roll pin in flush, and the adapter pin's tucked here a little bit, so I pulled it loose. I did put a lot of oil on all these parts to try to make things go smoothly. Now I just depress that spring-loaded pin in the front, and then I can work the trigger guard assembly. It's a little stiff, so I'll put a little oil on it and work it loose. And then once it feels pretty good, that's about all there is to it. Well, that's about all there is to it. I'm Jim Humphrey from Imminent Threat Defense Firearms Training. Enjoy your firearms. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.